the government really squeezed on this issue from the left with the Greens going hard as you like, abstaining from the condolence yesterday for Israel, and on the right, the coalition all in when it comes to Israel. The Prime Minister and the government hoping that the middle aren't really taking much notice.
Yeah, and I think that there are more people who are probably focused on the cost of living, but when they do focus on this kind of thing, it does look untidy. I mean, the beauty of deciding that you're going to pick and stick one side or the other is that your position is clear. The problem that Anthony Albanese has is one of clarity. And while it looks like he doesn't have clarity on this issue, if people are getting a message, it's one that there is no real fight in this government, no real position that they can get behind. So it's very difficult to vote for a shadow. And at the moment, the Labor Party is casting a shadow over this debate. It's not defined by what it says.
And as you said quite rightly, internally there are those issues where, as one senior Liberal put it to me yesterday, they'd been watching it on in dismay over the many ALP conferences, the nudging and shifting on this issue gradually away from Israel was their view. The Prime Minister rejected the notion that he'd abandoned Israel. He says his position is consistent with the United States, with the G7.
Well, look, the position of the Labor Party over the course of as many Labor conferences you'd like to see is those who are defending Israel becoming a smaller and smaller group against those who are attacking it becoming a larger one, seeking motions. This was usually the fight that you get at a Labor Party conference over the wording of what they were going to say about Israel. And we've seen a walking back of Labor Party's position for a very long time now. I think the best example of that is someone like Bob Carr. Bob Carr begins his career as pro-US and pro-Israel. He's ending his career as pro-China and pro-Palestine. So that's an enormous distance to travel in a short time.
Finally, the NBN bill today, a bill to ensure it's not privatised.
Yes, a bill to ensure that something that's not likely to happen won't happen. And I guess that they see a kind of Save Medicare scare campaign in the lead up to the government. You can imagine in Tactics this morning or yesterday morning or wherever it was, Kieran, where they were saying, why don't we try and wedge the opposition on NBN, say that they might sell it. Well, I don't know that most people would care enough about NBN to be concerned about that. But maybe there's some polling that says that people are. But I don't know it's going to get an enormous amount of traction. I think it's going to be cost of living front and centre. And if there's any question over what's going on in Gaza and with Israel, it will be one of character. It is the thing that the coalition keeps coming back to, that the Prime Minister is weak. That's the only point they want out of this. They're underlining it every day.